Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to episode 26.
Six.
I was about to say 25, even though we're just
No, that's done.
done and dusted. Woo.
Yes. Yes, welcome back. Hello. Hello,
Hello.
everyone. It's been a while. Or
Has
not.
it?
Nah.
I don't know. It depends on when you last tuned in.
Hopefully last week.
Anyway, if you're just tuning in for the first time, we are starting with the Lucky Dip.
Yes, which is where we put random questions that we wrote a few weeks back early in the season, and then we're just going to lucky dip
Yeah.
and talk about it. Whose turn is it? Oh, no, it's my turn.
Your turn? My turn?
Nah,
I
I
don't
think I
know.
picked anyway.
I don't know. I don't keep track.
Okay. Would you ever hire an online coach?
I wonder who wrote this question.
It's not me. And then in brackets, i.e. wellness. This is not a ChatGPT question from you.
No.
This is a straight from the brain, down to the pen, you question. No. Short answer. I would not hire an online coach.
I wouldn't either.
Maybe for like, if I wanted to learn a new skill, but that's more like personal training, like
Yeah.
let's say, I wanted to learn a new skill in editing. I could watch someone. I guess I
Yeah.
wouldn't, or you could pay for like lessons,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't say they're a coach.
I wouldn't. Unless we ever go back into lockdown and I can't see this person like face to face or something.
But what are you going to, are they coaching you on?
Not wellness. I don't know what they would coach me on. I don't know.
Like personal training?
Yeah, maybe if we're like in
Okay.
like lockdown
That's
again.
fine. I would hire a personal
Yeah.
trainer,
Maybe that.
but I wouldn't hire anyone.
I wouldn't hire I would hire someone that can give me a skill or like help me improve my like form or something.
Yes.
I wouldn't hire like a wellness coach. I have my psychologist. Like that is
A qualified
person that
doctor.
I work with. Yeah.
So why did you say wellness?
That was the first theme that came into my head.
Wonder why. Do you know people that
Have I?
Yeah.
No, I don't run those circles.
No. they're different income level, those circles.
Yeah. No, but I actually know of a few people, maybe a few as in like two people, that have become like
Coaches.
coaches. One of them is my ex-boyfriend's mum.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, so she's a business coach or like a women's coach.
Is she? I thought she was wellness.
Yeah, that. I don't know. She's both.
Oh, okay.
I think
yeah.
she definitely markets towards women in business.
I see. Yep.
And then kind of like pivots to be like, kindness is superpower, etc., etc. So
Yeah.
she's one, and then obviously,
Which is not wrong.
no, she's not wrong, and she was very successful in her career. But then when I listen to what she says or like basically talks about, I just think I don't want to pay someone to talk about this.
You don't.
No.
Yeah. Personally, you don't.
No, but a lot of white women are paying her.
Yeah, it's just self-affirmation, I think. As in not self-affirmation, but hearing someone say that and you go, okay, that makes me feel better about myself.
Yeah. Whereas I guess if you work with a qualified, like a psychologist or
Yeah.
like even a counselor, it's probably more self-motivated rather than someone telling you things about like kind of encouraging you. They sort of just guide you to learn things about yourself. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Whereas these coaches sort of like, they say they help you, but most of the time they just feed you stuff.
Well, yeah, it's kind of just feeding you what you need to hear, essentially. A friend of a friend is basically turned into an online coach.
Are they successful?
I think so. It's
What's
like,
their
I don't remember because it was years ago.
Yeah.
Not years, but, a few years ago.
Yeah.
When my friend would share the account and be like, look at this, I went to like high school with her.
You just reminded me. I know someone from high school that also, he was like a PT.
Yeah.
And now he's like in digital media or something, but he has a podcast.
Yeah.
And he interviews like the CEO of Country Road and stuff like that on this podcast.
What about the Sierra Sports Girl?
Oh no,
Oh no.
I don't even know who that is anymore. But yeah, so he also became like, but before he got his podcast, I remember seeing on Facebook that he was a coach.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically how coaches like,
yeah.
Well, they do like the podcast on the side to like
gain more traction,
a bit of more legitimacy, quote unquote. When people can see that there's a library of you talking about these topics, they're more inclined to hire you and pay you to speak about those topics. You get what I mean? It's just it's clout.
It is clout, but no, I don't think I'd ever pay on. I prefer face-to-face interaction. So like things I've invested in, like my physio, my podiatrist, my psychologist.
These people make money though.
The online coaches?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're like richer than they're almost like OnlyFans rich.
The one person I can think about is Matthew Hussey. You know him?
No, but what a last name.
I think that's how you pronounce it. He is a dating coach, I believe. And he like for years has profited over women's heartbreak. And like what he says is
hasn't Hollywood done that?
No, but he's like made so much like money and like has made such a big name for himself.
When you say profited off women's heartbreak, like does he take advantage of them? Or does he go, oh, you're brokenhearted, let me teach you how to like get back up on the
like
horse.
Kind of like that. He'd be like, let me teach you how to get back out there and heal. But here's a workbook that I've created.
Yeah, basically for you to like write down 3 great things about yourself every single morning.
Yeah, which I feel like we can make ourselves.
Oh, easily. But
and sell it on Etsy.
But some people need that. Some people need to be like, write it down on the workbook and remind yourself you're beautiful, you're strong, and you're an independent woman.
Yes.
Who wants to date and meet a rich man.
And it's like, what is your affirmation today? To marry a rich man.
Yeah. And then if you say that long enough, your dreams might come true.
That's true.
Just put it out in the universe. It's like The Secret.
Oh my God. Don't even start with The Secret.
Dating coach. Oh, interesting. I don't think I would ever.
I reckon if I was going to ever be a coach about anything,
dating coach. I'd like to be a dating coach. I wouldn't pay a dating coach, but
I'd also like to be one.
Pay me to tell you how to date.
But we would be like so opposite, like ends of the spectrum in how we handle that. Because like say someone would be like, oh, I just got out of a relationship. I think I'd be like, okay, let's like reflect on this. You'd be like, okay, let's get the back out there and fuck some guys. 100%.
Exactly. 100%. And
you need both.
You need both.
So you can hire both of us.
Exactly. Yes, because someone's got to tell you to get out there and jump on someone, and someone's got to tell you, no, just think
that
about
was a bit too soon.
Reflect.
That was too soon. Let's just take a moment before we get back on the next one.
And then I'll be like, nah, next, keep going. And then all of a sudden it just works out. And it's success.
You're successful, and this is why you should hire us as dating coaches. That's our pivot.
I would charge at least $150 an hour.
Yeah.
And my workbook would be $300.
Well, that's cheap compared to someone else's wellness.
Well, I don't have any clients yet.
True. But compared to someone else's wellness workbook stuff, or like, I think it's like a 6-month one-on-one, it was like $2,000 USD that they were charging for a 6-month weekly one-on-one session with them.
Right. But then they would have multiple one-on-ones in that week, right? As in like, wait, one-on-one a week?
I think so.
Oh my God.
So some people charge ridiculous amounts.
No, that's it. I'm going to be a wellness coach. I'm going to be a coach. I'm going to be an online coach. I'm going to tell people, I'm going to tell them, just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, I think this is our next niche project. On top of this podcast.
Is online coaching. And then we do the workbook. Oh my God, let's do it.
Yeah.
We should be a team of dating coaches.
We should be. Hire us, guys.
Yes. And then when they need like comfort, they can message you. But when they need like someone to tell them to do something terrible, they can message me. Not terrible, but like,
yeah.
Oh, should I like
just be a slut a bit?
Yeah. Should I go out tonight and just like wear this tank top? Yes.
And if you want credentials, we're in long-term relationships. A lot of these coaches are actually single.
Correct.
So there you go. Credentials, our partners.
I don't know if you remember, but in like season 1, way long ago, we talked about the cat pyramid scheme.
Yes, how you get introduced to a cat, and then
then
basically you get your own cat.
Correct.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna recap
Okay.
how we got here.
Okay.
Vincent got Rocky
Yes.
like 6 years ago. No,
Yes.
7 years ago.
Yes.
And then our housemate back then and your former housemate as well got Fifi.
Yes.
And then we all lived together.
Yep.
And you got Linguini.
Yep.
And you got Lomi.
Yeah.
And then I got Rambo.
From T.
From
T. Who was fostering
who was
Rambo.
fostering them.
So basically, T gave us both a cat.
Correct.
She also got Linguini and gave it to me.
Yes, but you didn't have to pay for Linguini.
No, because she lived with me. And Linguini just decided to imprint on me.
Exactly. I paid for this one, but it was just for his vaccine and
registration.
But yes, I got a new cat. We got him last November.
Yep.
Because we met up with T, who was fostering three black cats who were siblings.
Yep.
And I was only allowed to pick one.
Can you say what the names of the siblings were?
Oh, the original names?
Yeah, the original names.
So the original names of the siblings were Brows, Wigs, and Lashes.
And which one was Rambo?
Brows. But we don't say that anymore.
No, that's forbidden. That's a Voldemort
That's
name.
Why. That's the name that shall not be said
That's
in
fine.
this house.
Lomi's old name was Possum Magic.
Had to erase that out of the brain. From the moment he were like we got him from the shelter, I was like Rambo.
Rambo.
But we called him Rambo because I have Rocky, so we're gone with a Sylvester Stallone theme.
Yes.
And they work well together. They like now know each other's names like separately.
Yeah.
So when I'm like telling one to stop, the other's like, oh, okay, you're not talking to me. Like that's all good.
Yeah.
So that's really good. But Rambo is the cutest
He's so
little
cute.
thing.
He's sitting on
ever.
Vincent's lap right now.
He is. And he's just like because when I first met Rocky, he was already like 1 year old, so he was a certain size. But Rambo was like the size of my palm.
This is the sad part though, because when they get older, you just look back at old photos when you used to carry him in one hand.
Yeah, and I'm like, I carry him now, and it's like, oh, it's too high, two
and
arms
he's a boy cat. He'll be big.
Yeah, but he got his
balls
cut very early, so I don't think he'll grow, but I don't think he'll be as big as Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky's a big boy.
Yeah. But he's just the cutest, and I love him so much because now I have my own cat, but now we have two cats. We don't have a dog. Like
no.
So I wanted to discuss, are cats better than dogs? Because your partner, Jake, your fiance, has two.
He has two cats and a dog.
And
he will remain in Switzerland on this.
Oh, really?
He will never say one is better than the other because he loves them all.
Right.
Equally. And he's always grown up with having cats and dogs.
Oh.
Like he's had two dogs before Trixie. I think two dogs or one dog before Trixie, and he's had two other cats before Coco and Louie. So he's always had a cat.
Oh, he's always had a balance of either or.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he can't say he loves one or the other because he's literally had both of them all his life.
Interesting. I'd love to get his thoughts about the differences of each one. Like obviously you've got your normal differences, but like the kind of love each of those type of pets give.
Well, you can see like what I've noticed with Trixie. So Trixie is Jacob's dog. Is that she is a dog raised by cats.
Oh.
So she is a dog. Like she's got her dog instincts.
Yeah.
But she also like, I don't know, she just like has cat instincts as well. Where this like sometimes she just wants to chill.
Yeah, like leave me the F alone.
But then sometimes obviously she's a dog, so she wants to play all the time.
Yeah.
More than the cats do. But like when she really just wants attention, she rubs herself against your leg.
Like a cat.
Yeah.
Like a cat. That is a cat.
Yeah, so she's a dog raised by cats.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, I haven't had a dog since I was like.
You had a dog? I didn't even know you had. Oh, Sandy.
No. That's not my dog.
No, but you lived with Sandy.
Yeah, but barely actually interacted with her.
Oh, poor girl. R.I.P.
Did anyone actually interact with
No,
Sandy?
rest in peace.
But like in the Philippines when I was really young, we had like dogs.
I didn't even realize I had a dog. Okay.
Yeah, and then they got poisoned.
Oh my god, that's so Philippines.
Yeah. So we're not going to talk about that. But yeah, not having had a dog and now having like 2 cats and having had a cat for basically 6 years now, I think cats might be better than dogs.
We are cat people.
Yeah.
But dog.
But no one ever wakes up and says, I'm a cat person. I feel like everyone thinks they're a
it's
dog
the cat
person.
pyramid scheme.
Exactly.
Like I was a very heavy dog person in my early 20s.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd get a cat ever.
No, neither did I. But it's just because we didn't understand cats then.
Correct.
And cats, like, again, it's a cat pyramid scheme. Until you are exposed to them a lot and you kind of understand how they live and how they love and interact with you, you do not like them. That's the general consensus.
Exactly. I think so. And like they're painted as this like standoffish creature
Yeah.
that doesn't want anything to do with you. But it's not true.
That is not true. My cat, Lomi, is a dog.
Yeah.
Like, she follows me around the house.
Yeah.
And then, like, when I'm going down the stairs, sometimes I play a joke with her. I stop.
Yeah.
And then she just stops as well.
Yeah.
And looks at me. And then I'll take one step down. And then she takes one step down.
Oh, it's so cute.
And then it gets to the point that, like, I keep doing that and she gets annoyed at me. So she gets her paw and, like, taps my leg.
Oh, wow.
To, like, come on, let's go.
See?
See, she is a dog.
That is essentially, that's so much love.
Yeah.
Like Rambo likes to watch us shower.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, hello.
He's guarding you.
Yes, that's why I tell Vincent.
Yeah.
This is like, oh, he's a bit of a creep watching, like, being
No,
washed
he's
out. I'm like, nah,
guarding
he's
you.
guarding you because he knows what it's like to be showered.
Yes. So he's going to make sure you're alive.
Make sure you're fine.
Yes.
Because someone's always there to make sure he's fine when he's being showered. Yeah, so I think, apart from them being like low maintenance in the sense that you don't have to take them to the groomers and get them
we
groomed.
bathe our cats.
Yeah,
though.
we bathe them weekly.
Yeah.
But I think it's also the fact that they're quite independent. So you don't have to, when you're out, let's say, you're out all day, you don't have to go, oh no,
I need to walk my
dog.
Yeah, because like I've walked Linguini, but it's not necessary.
Oh, that's not to poo. It's just
it's literally
for
just
social and exercise.
Yeah, and like I think the difference is cats should not be let outside. I don't believe they should be.
I don't believe they
No.
either. I think cats being let out
It's
is the reason why we have a cat pandemic, essentially.
Yeah, but also it's not good for like native wildlife. It's just not good for the cat itself. They can get sick, they can get killed.
Yeah.
I feel like being outside for a cat. I mean, obviously they like Lomi escapes. She tries to escape like every day.
This one tries to,
Oh.
and then runs under the house.
Oh no, they should meet each other.
No.
They'll go hiding under the house together.
Yeah.
But yeah, like even though they try to escape, it's just better for them to be inside. So that's one less thing we have to worry.
When people are like, yeah, mine's an outdoor cat. I'm like, is there such
Oh
thing
my
as an
gosh.
outdoor and indoor cat? I think it's just whether
They
you
should
let
all be
them out.
indoor.
Yeah, they should all be
And
indoor.
if I so Lomi's from the street.
Ghetto.
Yeah, she's ghetto. If I let her out, I don't think she'll ever come back.
No, probably not.
No, so
No.
I'll never see her again. Which is why she's not allowed to go.
Which is terrible because she should come back
she
if she wants the same lifestyle that
she
she's living.
clearly does not, because she keeps trying to see what else is out there. And I keep telling her the grass is not greener outside anymore. You have food here. You have love. But
Yeah.
no, she keeps trying to escape.
I think it's like, because Rambo, even though I got him when he was really, like, I think 4 months old,
Yeah.
he still has a lot of curiosity about the world out there.
Yeah.
Different from Rocky. Like, Rocky likes to just watch. But
Same
he's
with
not,
Linguini.
but he's not going to be like, let me go and see.
I think Linguini got scarred. So Linguini used to be like that. Sometimes if I let her out at the front, she kind of sniffs around.
Yeah.
But when she was younger, I was in the garage and the garage door was a little bit open and Linguini snuck under.
Yeah.
So I freaked out and I opened the roller door to go up higher.
Yeah.
But because it was already a little bit open, it started
went,
to close.
oh, no.
And Linguini got scared. So she went under and she got stuck.
Oh, baby.
And then I think ever since then, she's a bit cautious that I told him, like, this is what happens when you go outside. You die.
You sound like your dad.
Yeah.
Just handing out trauma.
Yeah.
Just handing out trauma.
What have you learned from having 2 cats?
That each cat has a unique personality.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a copy paste
Yeah.
situation. And even though they kind of growing up in a very similar environment, their different personalities will show anyway.
That's
Like,
practically like siblings though.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like Rambo, he'll go up on our stools
Mm.
and he'll just watch us prep any food. And he's just
Yes.
curious. He's not like there to necessarily eat
Yeah.
anything, but he's just like, I want to see, I want to see, I want to see. And the other thing is, I didn't know how cats would be with like if they're not actual siblings, like they're not blood siblings, but
Yeah.
Rocky has actually accepted him and adopted him as a
Rocky's
younger
pretty
brother.
good with other cats though.
He is.
Because he lived with Fifi and he
Yeah.
always wanted to play with her. He's lived a little bit with Linguini. And Linguini was like, when she was a lot younger, she wanted to play with Rocky.
Yes.
But they like accepted each other.
Yeah, but now I think the age gap is quite big
For Rocky
between
and Rambo.
yeah. So like they like to play at night, which is annoying because we'd be watching TV and they'd be like,
Oh, you just have to let them.
and we do, but there comes a point where it's like 30 minutes before we go to bed, and if they're still playing, I'm like, nah, Rambo, you have to get separated because
You're like my dad.
yeah, I need Rambo to chill.
I
Because
just let him play.
Because he sleeps with us, whereas
Yeah.
Rocky gets his alone time here at night, which is quite healthy for him.
Yeah.
Especially when Rambo was new.
Yeah.
If they play up to the last minute, Rambo's in this like zoomies
Interesting.
mood on the bed,
Yeah.
jumping everywhere.
I feel like, so my cats are like that too. Like they play all the time. But at nighttime, like we'll just let them have their zoomies. But the moment we carry them to our bed, so they both sleep with us.
Oh wow.
But the moment we carry them to the room, they stop. Sometimes
Yeah.
they play on the bed, but then eventually, like once Jacob and I are in bed, they stop.
Oh,
And then
good.
they just-
okay.
Like sometimes, like so, if I'm working like late or if I finish at midnight and I come home after midnight, they'll be waiting for me at the window.
That's so cute. They do that.
They
here
do
as
that. They're
well.
like, and sometimes like they see my car and their heads are like
yeah,
craning.
yeah,
And then once I open the door, they like show their bellies.
yeah.
And then I carry them both upstairs. But sometimes I carry just Linguini and Lomi just follows both
Of
of
course,
us
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and takes herself to bed.
Oh wow.
So yeah, different temperaments. But Rambo might grow out of it a little bit later. Because
Well,
Lomi did a
he
little bit.
started. Rambo knows that once all the lamps are closed and there's no more light in the room, it's sleep.
Yeah, sleep time, yeah.
And he's learned that. Like
Yeah.
that's just now a behavior that he does.
Yeah.
Okay. Like up until like if I have my phone on me, he's happy to like move, but the moment it's just like pitch dark,
Yeah.
he's like, oh, okay, so we're doing this.
And cats are a creature of habit and
They
routine.
are.
But my cats don't have that because I don't have a routine.
You don't.
No, so their routine gets shaken because they live with my parents. Like
Oh,
sometimes,
that's
right?
true. I
So
forget about that.
And my parents, they have a routine.
Yeah.
Like my dad wakes up at a certain time,
Yeah.
mom comes home at a certain time. But because I do shift work,
They
my
just
cats,
don't know.
they just adapt to whatever I do.
Yeah.
So like if I'm on night shift, I'm sleeping during the day, Linguini sleeps with me during the day.
Oh, that's so cute.
And then she gets jet lag when I go back on day shift. She's just like, well, fuck, I'm not sleeping again. So yeah, they just adapt to what I do.
That's so nice.
This is why we're cat people.
Yeah, but also like they're better than dogs.
I agree. Don't
Yeah.
come for us. I do love dogs. I love Trixie. Like Trixie is so sweet, and every time she sees me, she gets so excited. She jumps on me. There was one weekend we had to look after her because Jacob's parents were away, and Trixie's very attached to Jacob's mum. And so that night, Trixie was feeling a bit sad, so she slept with us.
Oh.
And she was like she was just on my lap. I think she likes women because Jacob's
She's-
mum.
Yeah.
And I'm the only other woman in the house.
Yeah.
So she like slept on my lap, and then she just cuddled up next to me the whole time. But then the next day, like I had to play with her.
Oh yeah.
Like she needed a lot of attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Don't think I have that in me.
That's the thing. I don't think I have that in me. I mean, it's not. It sounds terrible, but like, I give the cats enough attention, but they also are the ones who go, "Okay, I'm done here. Like, I'm
Yeah.
good now."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, really? Okay, great.
Yeah, I'm done too.
Yeah, cool. We're all mutual here
Yeah.
that we're all done."
Yeah.
But to have to like make sure that you give attention, you give amount of love that you got to give a dog, or else they have this like they start feeling sad and neglected.
I know. Trixie always looks sad when we
don't
leave
like
the
that.
house.
Yeah, like when we leave the house, these guys know we're mostly gonna come back, unless Rocky knows that when there's suitcases like out,
It's going.
yeah, he's
Aw.
like he acts up. He's like, when. Yeah, so
Aww.
he already knows. Rambo doesn't know about the suitcases yet, but Rocky knows
I
about
don't
the
think
suitcases.
Rambo will care that much.
I don't think so too. He's got
No.
Rocky. He's kind of like, oh, that's fine.
But Rocky's like super attached to Vincent.
He is.
Oh.
I think ever since we got Rambo, he's just been a bit distant.
Oh.
Yeah, but he's also like old. He's
He's a
entering.
middle-aged man.
Yeah, he's entering his like geriatric
No.
grandpa age of.
He's here.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. This is Rambo. Oh my god, so you can't even
heavy,
carry him in
yeah.
one hand anymore. This is Rambo. Ow.
That was not Rambo, by the way.
Meow. How do you like living here, Rambo? Meow.
Again, not Rambo. All just Hazel making noises.
Yeah, this is how I communicate with my
Oh.
cats.
Rocky enjoys his alone time. So, but yeah, ever since we got Rambo, he's just been a bit distant with Vincent. Like when Vincent's like, oh, come here, he'll just look back and be like, no.
Aw. But he was like that with me too until one day you guys let him go
That's
to Dallas
true.
bed and then
Yeah.
suddenly someone had to feed him.
Yeah. He's not going to say
What do
anything.
you think about this? You are so sweet.
The other thing that I was actually really worried about when I got him was his flu.
But cat flu is very common with cats
Yeah.
in general, especially if they're from a shelter.
Yeah, so he had it, and then so he was sneezing, and then all of a sudden one day Rocky was like, "Achoo!"
Yeah.
And we were like, oh no,
Yeah.
it's been passed on. Luckily with them, they never had the eye infection
Yeah. just
situation,
sneezing.
which is really
Well,
nice.
no one did besides Linguini.
Yeah.
Lomi didn't even have it. She just had
Wow.
a sneezing.
And then yeah, now we just give them those the little powder things. I forgot what they're called.
The
Lysine.
Lysine, yeah.
Yeah. So every
That's what
week
I
we
do
give him
too.
lysine, and then sometimes Rocky's eyes will get watery.
Yeah.
And that's probably the most of it.
Aw.
Or he'll have like this weird twitch, like where
Aw.
one eye's just like a little bit like lazy and just like
Yeah.
that, and then watery, and then it'll be gone in a few days. So.
That was when I first got Lomi, I didn't notice this because like she stayed with my parents for the first couple of weeks until we like introduced Linguini to her. But my parents used to say like they thought that she was coughing up a fur ball, but she was actually sneezing. And then I used to look at her and I thought she was just winking at me, but she was. But that's because she had the cat
eye
flu.
thing, yeah.
Until I didn't know, like she didn't have any other symptoms besides that until Linguini got the eye conjunctivitis.
Right.
And
then
that was-
kind of told you.
That was the most stressful time of my life. Well, one of the most stressful time because I had to put eye drops on her and she wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
And I was like crying because I was like, Linguini, I need you to get better. But she keeps running away from me.
Ah,
And I had like Jacob
Terrible.
helping me pin her down in the bathroom. It took us an hour to put eye drops in her. And then after that, the vet was like, don't worry about the eye drops. And I was just like, oh my God.
what?
So you've traumatized me
Yeah.
and Linguini.
For nothing?
Yeah. She
What was the eye drops for?
to help with the
Comfortability?
conjunctivitis, like the symptoms. But then I said like she wasn't receptive to it.
Yeah.
So they said just like give the antibiotics in the paste. And I was like, you've just literally spent like you made me traumatize this poor cat for like 3 days.
Yeah, all for something that we could have just not
Avoided.
needed.
Yeah, exactly.
Wild.
But
It's like
alright.
it's already hard putting eye drops on a child, let alone
A
a cat.
cat that does not
Like,
understand
I
me.
don't like putting eye drops.
Yeah. Like at least with a child I can pin the child down.
Well, but even then, you could just yell at them and they'll
True,
understand.
that's
that
true.
There's a reason. Like you could tell a child there is a reason
Yeah.
why I'm putting eye drops on you, whereas a cat just feels like they're gonna get hurt.
Yeah, the cat only knows like my cats
They
only
don't
know
know
a
what
few.
eye drops are.
Yeah, they only know a few phrases in their lives. Like my cats only know how to like stop,
Stop. Down.
hello, and the tricks. And then I say chan chan so they
Eye,
can
the
their belly.
tummy. Yeah. Rambo knows down because he's a climber.
Oh,
So I'm like down,
yeah.
and then he'll be like, okay,
Oh,
and
good,
then
he
back up.
listens. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, he doesn't listen.
He does this thing where you tell him no, and then as we say, he'll come back 2 seconds later and do it again,
Yeah,
and really like push the limit. So when I stand up,
yeah,
he knows, and I'm like after him,
yeah,
he's pushed the limit. But if
That's
I'm
so
just like
funny.
yelling and say no, down, he's like, okay, I'll take that as a
Rebellious
suggestion.
child.
I'll take that as
Yeah.
a suggestion, and I'll listen to you. But just so you know, I will be back here.
Yeah. That's such cat behavior. Is there a good cop and bad cop with you and Vincent?
Yes.
Are you a good cop?
Yes.
I knew it. I knew it. You and Jacob are the same.
But I'm not like a gentle parent.
No,
I'm
you're not.
just not.
Jacob's a gentle parent.
Yeah. I'm still like very stern with him.
Yeah.
But Vincent is like beyond stern. It is like, you will respect me.
That's Asian elder
Yeah,
trauma.
yeah. You will respect me, or you will go out there and die and live and feed off rats.
Yeah, see, that's a threat I can't do to Lomi. Because
Yeah,
Lomi
yeah.
will be like, okay.
And then I'm just like here to like ram over, like, it's okay, baby, it's okay.
Aw. Well, Jacob.
And then I'll say, why did you do that? That's
Oh my
like, don't
God.
do that. I'll say like, don't do that.
Yeah, that's you and Jacob the same. Because so Lomi tries to steal our food. But if I'm sitting down,
Yeah.
she doesn't try. She just sits there and just looks at my food and looks at me. The moment I stand up to put my plate in the sink, she tries. And then Jacob would be like, Lomi, no.
Oh no, I don't say
Lomi,
that. I'm not.
No. And I'm like, Lomi, stop.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
It's just that when someone is yelling at them at Rambo, someone has to not be yelling at Rambo, if that makes sense. So when Vincent's the one like angry at him for doing something bad, I'll be the one that's like, just behave. Do you get what I mean? Like, I'd be the calm one rather than me and Vincent being like both
angry.
angry, and then he gets like, oh.
Well,
But usually I am quite like, I'm the stern one and say no. Like I've yelled at him so many times for doing the exact same shit. Because I don't soft talk him. There's no soft talking in this house. No one gets soft talk unless you've done something good. You gotta, this is an Asian household.
yeah, your household's very Asian.
Yeah.
Because I don't yell at my cats except for when Lomi tries to steal my food. But most of the time, we're pretty good. Jacob's just very gentle with how he talks.
Yeah. There's two things that I don't like with the cats, any cats, is when they try to take their food before it's given to them. Because they can't steal our food. Like,
Yeah.
Rocky just knows not to. Rambo kind of smells, but he's like,
He's not interested in you.
yeah, it's not that
But
interested in it.
they're not food motivated though, are they?
Rambo is.
Oh, okay.
Rocky used to be, but he's now just like, I know I'm gonna get food, so it's like, you're not gonna let me die. Do you know what I mean? He's learnt that over the 7 years he's been alive, that I'm gonna get food, like it's fine.
Yeah.
Whereas Rambo is still like, will I get food?
Well, that's interesting because Jacob and I were talking about this before we came here. At his parents' house, he's a dedicated feeder for one of the cats, Louie.
Yeah.
Like, there's 4 people in this house. Louie will find Jacob
and
meow at Jacob.
oh wow,
Even though the other 3 could feed him, he just finds Jacob.
interesting.
And now Lomi's very vocal. And it's interesting because she will meow to me, but it's not loud. She'll just be like, meow. But with Jacob, she will follow him in the morning. The moment Jacob gets out of bed, meow, meow, meow to Jacob only. And then if Jacob doesn't have time to feed them, he'll be like, can you feed them? I'm like, okay. Once he leaves, Lomi stops. So then she just comes to me. She just waits till I'm ready to feed her. But then I've noticed with Jacob, I think I told him, like, this is the product of you being the good cop.
Right.
She knows she can push you.
Yeah. Rambo does not. Now that he's got like 3 feeders in his house, he doesn't.
Do they try to trick you guys?
Yes. Yeah.
Classic cat move.
Like, I'll walk in, like me and Vincent will walk in and from work, and William will be like, oh, I fed the cats. And then we'll come in and then they'll meow at us as if they've never touched food in their life.
Yeah, it's like, I've been starving for days.
Yeah, it's like, how dare you? Time to feed me.
Yeah.
And we're like, we know.
Oh, Rocky used to do that when I lived with him.
We know you guys have been fed. But
I remember when you guys went on holiday and me and T had to feed Rocky.
And he'd play both of you.
He played both of us.
Yeah, he played both of you.
He did the same thing to me and Angie.
Yeah.
So, played both of us.
They play you. Rocky sometimes specifically wants to just be fed by Vincent.
Yeah.
And sometimes he's just really hungry and will just take food from anyone.
Yeah.
Rambo will take food from anyone, but he has to do his tricks.
That's the same with my cats.
The tricks need to be done.
Yeah, same with me.
Or else there's no food. So that's how he's learned how to do that. Last thing, Rambo he's starting to learn because his routine, right? And daylight savings.
Oh, yes.
So he's not used to the time change
No.
as a newborn cat. We moved back 1 hour, like we fall back 1 hour, right? So what he thought would be time to get up was not time to get up.
Oh, yeah. They do this, yeah.
And he was like, excuse me.
Aww.
Like he literally went onto, because he's got a litter in our room, and he just started going ksh, 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 and just like started like moving his litter around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. He's just pooing or whatever. But he did that for 5 minutes.
Yeah, he's trying to wake you up.
Yeah, and I was like, Rambo, stop it. It's not yet. And then he would like jump on us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, and I realized it's like, oh, he thinks it's a different time.
They get confused.
Yeah. So now he has to figure all that out for the next 6 months.
That's okay. He'll figure it out. They'll figure it out fast. Lomi's the same. And then until she sees life in Jacob, I'm sure. Because if she sees life in me, she's fine. Like, she doesn't move. But once she sees Jacob, like,
awake,
yeah, even doom scrolling, it's
game
game over.
over. Yeah.
Game
Cats.
over. She wants her food.
Oh, right. Interesting. It's always about the food, isn't it? Most of the time.
Most of the time. But
Otherwise, it's about the I need to pee, or I need to pee, I need to poo, I need to eat, I need to sleep. Those are the.
That's a cat's life.
That's the cat's life.
I want to be a cat.
Yeah, I think that too. But then it's like,
I want to be a house cat.
oh, I'm gonna be. I won't survive out there. But it'd be like, I think sometimes it might be sad being a cat, because then you're like wondering, oh, is my owner gonna come back home? When's my owner? Like, and then what do their cats feel when you don't come home?
Well, what about dogs? They feel worse.
Don't worry about them. We're not talking about them.
Dogs would feel worse about this.
That's true.
Well, I think
that's why cats are better.
Well, I always think about this. Like, if I die, I'm pretty sure the cats would eat me.
Oh yeah, me and Vince have had this discussion.
Yeah.
The first question we asked ourselves were, what's the first bit they eat? And we were like, maybe the lips.
Well, sometimes if I'm showering and Linguini is in the bathroom with me, I'd pretend to be like, Linguini, help me, to see what she says. And she just stares at me. And I'm like, well, I'm going to die here. You're going to eat me anyway. So it doesn't really matter.
Cats don't give a fuck.
No, they don't give a fuck. They just want to be fed.
They don't give a fuck. And that's what's great about them. They're like, they'll love you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But at the end of the day,
if you're dead.
If you're dead, there's nothing that's going to feed them. So who gives a shit about you?
If anything, that's unconditional love. That's it.
That's it for episode 26. Yay.
Yay. Tune in to next week where I will finish White Lotus tonight and then we can talk about it.
Yes.
Even though it'll be like a week late.
Nah, 2 weeks late.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I think we need to debrief that.
Yeah.
Whatever you end up watching. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. We've made it to episode 26. 4 more till 30.
It's
Can you
almost the
believe?
same age as me. It's almost the same age as you.
I'm a fresh 22-year-old. What are you talking about?
In your head.
Yeah. If you guys like what you hear, you know what to do. 5 stars.
Do they know what to do? 5 stars only.
5 stars only.
Yes.
If not, don't.
Just leave.
Don't leave. Stay, but just don't do anything. Just listen and wait till you feel like you're gonna give a 5.
If like you just fast forward to the end, does that count as a view?
That still counts.
Okay, great.
Because,
just do that.
Yeah, just find a topic you like and listen to that.
And then, or just skip to the end and that's fine.
Well, you still got to do like the first 20 seconds or something.
Okay, do that.
And then if you want to see us in like reels and shit, or TikToks, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, and we're on YouTube at Hazel and Marion on all of them. I still refuse to zoom into Hazel's face, so she's still got to put effort from the neck down.
So much more effort than I'm used to. Before, I used to just sit on a table. And like, I could be wearing like...
It's season 3, bitch. Like, we were on the table for 2 seasons.
Yeah, and now my whole, like, my feet are exposed.
Yeah. The views.
Okay.
It's all about the feet. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.